Hey there, YouTubers. I thought it's New Year's Day. I'd do a video. I'd actually gonna wait for the in between the waves. Thought I'd break down and put myself on camera, but luckily for everyone involved, the shirt will stay on. It's nice to finally get some color to my skin. And on New Year's, a lot of people like to do the resolutions. I've never been a resolution person. I try to just do that every day. You know, try to find my way to make each day a little bit better than the last. That's my hope. And it's not too hard to do. It's not hard at all to do here. I don't know if I'm not a cinematographer. Cut me some slack. Like I said, I don't do the resolutions because I think a lot of times you set yourself a goal so high that all you do is end up being disappointed. So I try to set shorter term, reasonable goals. Sometimes it might just be a day, and sometimes it might be a month. But with that, I thought I'd talk about this trip so far. No one's going to want to hear this at all, but it's been unseasonably hot. Even the lows are record high for low. It's been mid-80s, and then they do that real feel because we're not satisfied until it seems even hot. Pretty nice, isn't it? Isn't that pretty nice? This is my longest time now in pretty much one space in the Class B, and overall I think it's going pretty well. I think there's a possibility I could live in it. You know, I've said many times before about the cats. I do my best to look out for them, and I don't think I'd change it, but anybody who's about to start RVing and thinks that'd be a good time to get a pet, I would suggest otherwise. Just because it's difficult, you know, when it's this hot, you really have to concern yourself with their well-being. You can't stay places very long. I can't leave them alone very long. I get a little maybe overprotective, I don't know, but that's my take on it. A YouTuber asked me some questions, so I figured I would address that here. I had to take notes, mainly for the screen names. Sometimes our screen names are a little difficult. The screen name is A148671. So here's the answers to your questions. The main question has, now that I've been in a Class B for a while, and pretty much one spot, if I would do anything different like a Class C. Whenever I talk about the different kinds of RVs, I try to be as serious and heartfelt when I say, it doesn't matter what kind you have. There's a kind for everybody. So for me, ever heard anybody complain about waves before? I shouldn't. I have said before, if I was to pick a spot and stay there for a really long time, I would probably get an older travel trailer just for that little bit more space. Okay, so I figured I would try this again, maybe this part, and go back and forth between what I recorded at the ocean where it was loud and you couldn't hear me, and maybe answering the questions there. So again, A148671, inventive screen name. You asked some questions, but I've been pretty much in one place. I think 6 weeks. 6 weeks? I've lost track of time, so, and that's not a complaint. 6, maybe 7 weeks, and there are passing moments that I wish, I had more space, that I wish I had a Class C, a small Class C, but a Class C. But I think overall, I'm really good with the choice that I made. If somebody is in a Class B and they decide to go get a bigger one, it doesn't make them a sellout. It means their life changed, and they adapt to it and do course corrections to get it the way you need your life to be. There are times I think about getting like a truck camper or a Westie, a Vanagon, something like that. Probably I think about that as often as I would think about getting something larger if anything were ever to happen that I had to make a change, that I was forced to make a change. But I don't foresee any changes to what I'm RVing in. And I think it's possible that I could full-time in this. It is more difficult when you're pretty much stationary. If you're moving a lot every couple days, it doesn't seem as bad. But if you're more living in a thing this small, it's tough. And the animals, you know, the animals make it difficult for you sometimes. I try to warn people that you think, oh, it won't be a big deal. It can get a little stressful for every living creature involved in living in a space this small, you know. They're doing pretty well. They're both just resting. That's what cats do. You're also asked about the satellite dish. Working fantastic. Working great. I think they're $300 on Amazon now, the little Answer portable satellite dish. I did a video on how to use that. And what it basically is you set the elevation, you just spin the dish, lock it down, and then you plug it into 12 volt and it will find the satellite. I've been really, really happy with that. For people such as myself that need that tie, that old school tie to television, I think it's a good way to go. I also like the idea of not having it mounted on the roof. The same with solar panels, you know, so you can move them and park where is best to park. You also asked if I wish I had brought anything or if I left anything behind. That's funny because I did leave a bag. It has to be in my garage. You know, I lose stuff all the time and I'm forgetful. But there's a bag with a couple videos, a couple different things in there that I wanted that are probably sitting in a bag in my garage. As organized as I try to be, it never seems to work out. I left that behind. I really wish I had brought that. But for the most part, I found that even in this small little Class B, I probably brought more stuff than I needed. I brought a lot of things that I haven't used yet. And again, no slam against people in Class A's and stuff like that. But I look at those and think, what else could you need? You know, when I look at how I've packed this up, I don't know what else I could need. I don't know what you would do with all that space. But I know I would do exactly what everybody does. You'd find something to fill up that space. Now, I would say it would make it easier because, like a lot of times, if I want to get to something, I might have to move a bunch of things, get that thing out, and then move a bunch of things back. So what I would assume in a larger RV, you don't have to do that as much. So that's my take on how this has gone so far. I hope that helps. And now we might try switching back to the ocean front where you can't hear me and think I'm an idiot. It goes back to the whole resolution thing. See how I'm tying stuff? I think you play it by ear. You see how your life changes and where your life goes. And if you have to make a course correction, there's nothing wrong with that. That's important to do. It's better to do that than stay in a situation that's not working for you well. So there's never anything wrong with people changing what they want. Oh, anything else I wish that I might have forgotten? I have a second hat just like this. I think it's in the RV, but it's tucked away and I haven't been able to find it the last day or so. But I gotta have a Yankee hat, and I have a whole bunch of them, but I have two that are just like this, just the exact same hat. And they're like my favorites. I wish I had another one because it's getting a little nasty. Getting a little nasty in there. Yeah, it's getting kind of gross, getting kind of sweaty. So I kind of wish I had another one, but I need it because my hair, I'm beginning to look like Einstein's idiot cousin or something like that. I need the hat. Oh, I'll sit back down. But that's another point. The few beaches that are on Key West, most of them have to have sand imported because Key West is all coral. So even this being one of the better beaches, it's coral, it's all rocky coral. There's areas of some decent sand, but not everywhere. So that's something to know. Life and everything in Key West is kind of expensive. From my videos of going out to eat, because I don't live to eat, I eat to live, or whatever way means I like food, however that goes. But I try to stick to the lower price places to eat. There are some places that are just too far out of my budget, but you can find some very good food at relatively reasonable prices down here. And that's why I do those videos. If people are thinking of coming down here, there is good eating under 15 bucks, under 20 bucks, and there is high-end, high class. Now I'll let you look at the ocean instead of me. You can see my foot though. Alright, yeah, that's enough of me. But I'll do this for you. I feel like you're looking through the sunglasses yourself. Isn't that a lot of fun? Sorry I can't help more of you, but maybe that'll help a little. Or maybe it looks really stupid. I gotta put my hat over it, so that's what I look at. But I've met a lot of really great people, and if you've watched my videos long enough, I don't put people on camera. I often try, when I'm with people, to actually not do the video very much, you know. I like to be in the moment. And these videos are to try to connect to a community and try to show others that stunad like me can do this, that anybody can do it. I have started to wonder how long I'm going to stay, because I had planned all winter. I'm thinking a bit longer, but that's the beauty of wandering, as I like to do. This was wandering to a place, and then wandering that place. But once I get to the point that I think I've had enough, there's a lot of great places to go see. For me, I'm always drawn to water. Water to me is life. Move it closer. Yeah, to me, that's life. Now, I do hope one of these days to go out west, maybe do the deserts, that kind of thing, because there's beauty everywhere you go. There's never a right or wrong place to go when you're having fun, is there? But I could see my wanderings taking me somewhere else. I already get, since it's New Year's, I already get thinking about what I would do next winter. And it could be back here, it could be someplace else. It could be a YouTube adventure, or it could be just the me adventure. But the world is a beautiful place. Miles to go before I sleep. A little seashell for you. See? Well, I wanted to do a New Year's kind of video, and I thought there might be some rambling, poetic about life, which, you know, it's really not that friggin' complicated. Very rare that you see something that isn't almost like common sense on life. It's short, it'll be over too soon. Nothing is guaranteed. You put off life too long, you lose it. So, I think I have some ramble topics for the future, but I think this is probably far too long already. And I just really hope the audio comes out. But I hope New Year's Day finds everybody happy and healthy. And looking forward to your own travels. Because again, that's why I do this. Not to have people sit in front of their computer all day, every day, looking at my silly self, but maybe looking at it and thinking what they would like to do. And then sometimes people are stuck to where they can't do it right now, so maybe this gives them an idea of what they could do. That's how I view a lot of other people's videos. Anytime I watch somebody else's video, it seems like my bucket list gets longer and longer. But that's enough, probably far too much for today. So I truly wish everybody to have a great, wonderful day. A great and wonderful 2016. And don't take your life for granted.